Eat this one food and regain leg strength in just 12 hours backed by science. Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt a strange weakness in your legs? Not pain, not injury, just a quiet tremble that makes you pause. It didn't used to happen, but now it does. You climb stairs slower, you take breaks more often, and somewhere deep inside, a whisper begins. Am I losing my strength? But what if I told you that your body isn't breaking down? It's calling for help, and the answer isn't a pill or a gym. It's already in your kitchen. Because today, I'll show you 7 simple food habits that are helping thousands of seniors feel stronger, steadier, and more in control starting in just 12 hours. These aren't trends. They're science-backed, senior-tested ways to bring energy and power back to your legs one meal at a time. So if you've been feeling a little off lately, if your legs aren't what they used to be, stay with me. And hey, if you care about your health, your freedom to move, and your independence, tap that subscribe button. This is just the beginning. Part 1, the hidden shift after 60, why muscles don't respond like they used to. Most people think muscle weakness in old age comes from just getting older. But the truth is far more surprising and far more hopeful. After the age of 60, your body begins to change not only on the outside, but deep inside your cells, your mitochondria. The little engines inside every muscle cell begin to slow down. They don't produce energy the way they used to. This doesn't happen overnight. It's quiet, gradual, but it's real. At the same time, your blood vessels narrow, reducing oxygen flow to your muscles. And the nerves that help your muscles respond, they begin to lose sensitivity, which means your legs might not listen to your brain as quickly or smoothly as before. That's why, even if you haven't been injured or sick, you might notice climbing stairs feels harder. Your balance feels just a little off. Or your legs tire faster from the same short walk you've done for years. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that people over 60 experience up to 30% decline in leg strength, even when muscle size looks the same. It's not about the mass, it's about how it functions. And here's the hopeful part. While you can't reverse aging, you can absolutely reignite the way your muscles respond by feeding the systems that fuel them. This is why nutrition becomes more important than ever after 60. You need to eat not just for fullness, but for function. For example, nutrients like magnesium, nitrates, glycine, leucine, and collagen don't just help, they activate the exact systems that restore leg energy and repair muscle signals. In the next section, I'll show you what to eat within the first hour of waking up, the moment when your muscles are most fragile and most open to recovery. You'll see how the first sip or bite of your day can completely change the way your legs feel by noon. Part 2, morning weakness. What your legs are telling you and what to eat by 8 a.m. If your legs feel especially weak in the morning, you're not imagining it. That early stiffness, shakiness, or heaviness isn't just aging. It's a message, a quiet cry for help from your muscles, your nerves, and your circulation. You see, during the night, your body goes through natural dehydration. You lose water through breathing, sweating, and simply being at rest. For older adults, this is a bigger deal because aging bodies retain less fluid, and blood becomes thicker in the morning hours. Thicker blood means slower circulation, especially to the lower legs and feet, and when muscles don't get enough oxygen, they feel tired, unstable, or even numb. A 2020 study from the American Journal of Geriatric Medicine found that seniors were 32% more likely to experience leg instability or cramping in the first 2 hours after waking, compared to later in the day. So what can you do? The first hour of your day is your golden window. It's when your body is most responsive to nutrients that increase blood flow, reduce inflammation, and rehydrate muscles. And that's why what you consume before 8 a.m. can completely shift how your legs feel all day. Let's start simple. Tart cherry juice, taken first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, has been shown to reduce morning muscle stiffness by 23% in just 48 hours. According to a study in the Scandinavian Journal of Sports Medicine, it's packed with anthocyanins that help restore circulation and flush out inflammatory byproducts. Pair that with a small glass of unsweetened beetroot juice, and you've got a powerful 1-2 punch. Beets are rich in natural nitrates, which your body turns into nitric oxide, a molecule that widens blood vessels and boosts oxygen to your legs. Within 60-90 minutes, many seniors report reduced calf stiffness, allure, lighter steps, and more confidence walking downstairs. This small morning ritual, just 6 to 8 ounces of juice, is one of the fastest ways to wake up your legs. But let's not stop there. Your body also needs a first meal that restores energy without spiking your blood sugar. This is where most seniors make a mistake. They eat toast, cereal, or coffee with cream and nothing else. But that causes energy to spike and crash, leaving your legs shaky again by mid-morning. Instead, try this: a soft, scrambled egg cooked with spinach, a slice of sweet potato or cooked quinoa, a spoon of soaked pumpkin seeds on the side. This combination replaces lost minerals, gently activates your circulation, and gives your legs the energy they need not just to move, but to stabilize you all day. In the next section, we'll go deeper into the silent enemy hiding in many meals: inflammation, and the foods that help soothe your joints and strengthen your legs from within. Part 3, foods that calm inflammation before it hits your joints. Let's be honest, it's not just leg weakness that slows you down. Sometimes it's the stiffness in your knees, the dull ache in your hips, the invisible heat in your joints that makes you hesitate before taking the stairs. This, my friend, is inflammation. And while pain is the loud version of inflammation, the real damage often happens before you ever feel it. Inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or imbalance, but when it lingers without a clear cause, it becomes chronic. And chronic inflammation doesn't just hurt, it silently wears down your cartilage, damages muscle fibers, and makes your legs feel heavy and slow. In fact, research from the National Institute on Aging found that seniors with elevated inflammatory markers like CRP, C-reactive protein, and IL-6 had nearly 40% lower leg strength compared to those with normal levels, even when both groups had similar activity levels. That means you could be eating well and staying active, but if inflammation is high, your legs still won't respond the way they should. So how do we fix this? One of the most powerful tools isn't a supplement or a drug. It's food, real whole food that tells your body it's safe to heal now. Here are 3 that work like internal fire extinguishers. Wild-caught salmon, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These compounds reduce inflammatory cytokines and improve muscle recovery. A clinical trial in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who ate salmon 3 times a week saw a 24% improvement in leg strength and less joint pain in just 10 days. Turmeric with black pepper contains curcumin, a compound as effective as some anti-inflammatory drugs without the side effects. But to activate it, you need black pepper, which increases absorption by up to 2,000%, according to research from UCLA Medical School. Cooked spinach, often overlooked, but loaded with magnesium, vitamin K, and plant nitrates, all key to reducing joint stiffness. When cooked lightly, not overboiled, spinach supports both muscle function and bone integrity. Add them to your plate consistently, and your body will respond. Not instantly like a pill, but quietly, steadily, like a gentle oil in an old machine. And here's where it links back to your morning: the tart cherry juice and beetroot juice you started with. They reduce inflammation systemically, but these foods help sustain that reduction throughout the day. Together, they create a steady foundation for your joints and muscles to rebuild without friction. In the next part, We'll talk about how to pair these anti-inflammatory foods with the right kind of energy so your legs don't just feel better, but stay energized and stable from morning to night. Part 4, the power of pairing a protein, plus slow carbs for all-day leg energy. By now, you've learned that reducing inflammation helps your muscles recover. But there's one mistake many seniors still make even when they eat the right foods. They eat protein alone. A salmon fillet here, a boiled egg there. It's healthy. Yes, but without the right kind of carbohydrate, your muscles can't fully use the protein. You see, protein is the repair crew, but slow-burning carbs are the fuel that keeps that crew working throughout the day. And without fuel, the work slows down. Muscles fatigue, stability drops. A landmark study in the Journal of Gerontology followed 250 adults over 65. Those who combined protein like fish or legumes with complex carbs like lentils or quinoa had 22% better muscle endurance, especially in the legs, than those who ate protein alone. Even more fascinating, the combo group showed fewer afternoon falls, better balance tests, and less reported leg fatigue during household tasks. So what does this look like on your plate? Let's break it down. Breakfast, instead of just eggs, try scrambled eggs with spinach and sweet potato mash. You get protein plus magnesium plus potassium plus steady glucose. More stable legs by 10 a.m. Lunch, swap white bread or pasta for a lentil soup with turmeric, plus a side of quinoa. You'll feel longer-lasting energy without the afternoon crash. Less shakiness when walking or standing. Dinner, grilled salmon with a small serving of brown rice or roasted carrots. Bonus top with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon for anti-inflammatory support. Together, these pairings deliver amino acids, plus complex carbs, plus minerals in one gentle, digestible package. They give your legs the sustained support they need, not just for short bursts, but for balance, movement, and endurance all day. Think of it this way. Your muscles are like an orchestra. Protein is the conductor. Carbs are the musicians. One without the other, the music falls apart. And don't worry, this isn't about eating more. It's about eating smarter. You may already be eating most of these foods. Now it's time to put them together. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at one nutrient most seniors are silently lacking, one that could explain the cramps, twitching, and strange leg heaviness that often show up without warning, even when you're doing everything else right. Part 5, magnesium, the missing mineral in most senior diets. So far, you've learned the importance of food combinations, protein, and slow carbs to fuel your leg muscles throughout the day. But what if you're doing all of that and still feel cramps, twitching, or a strange heaviness in your legs? This could be the work of a silent saboteur, magnesium deficiency. Magnesium is one of the most essential minerals for nerve and muscle function. It helps regulate muscle contraction, supports electrical signals between the brain and body, and prevents overstimulation that leads to cramping or twitching. But here's the concerning part. According to the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, NHANES, more than 70% of adults over 60 in the U.S. don't get enough magnesium from their diet. That means nearly 3 out of every 4 seniors may be silently struggling with symptoms like leg cramps at night, feet that feel twitchy or restless, muscle fatigue even after light movement. One study from the Journal of Magnesium Research found that seniors with low magnesium levels experience twice the rate of leg fatigue during walking tests compared to those with adequate intake. And the body's magnesium stores decline even faster with age, stress, certain medications like diuretics or PPIs, and even alcohol or caffeine use. But here's the good news: restoring your magnesium doesn't take months. In fact, many seniors feel better within 24 to 48 hours of adding magnesium-rich foods into their meals. Let's take a look at some of the best sources that are also easy to digest and senior-friendly. Soaked pumpkin seeds, just 2 tablespoons, contain over 40% of your daily magnesium needs. Soaking them overnight helps reduce phytic acid, a compound that blocks absorption, making the magnesium more bioavailable. Cooked spinach. Not only is it a good magnesium source, it also offers potassium and vitamin K, a powerful trio for both muscles and bones. Black beans, lentils, and chickpeas. Excellent in stews or soups. These legumes deliver magnesium, fiber, and slow-digesting carbs to stabilize blood sugar and energy. Unsweetened coconut water, a gentle hydrating drink that delivers both magnesium and potassium, especially helpful if you're prone to dehydration or muscle tightness in the morning. The key is daily, consistent intake. Magnesium doesn't build up instantly, but just like watering a dry plant, the effects come steadily. And remember, these foods not only help prevent cramps, they help your nervous system communicate better with your legs. Stronger signals mean faster reflexes, better balance, and more control. Now that we've addressed this silent missing link, let's move on to something equally powerful and often overlooked. Because once your muscles are nourished and hydrated, it's time to talk about healing, rebuilding your strength at the cellular level. And no food does that better than what we're about to explore next: a warm, soothing, deeply healing ritual: bone broth. Part 6, Bone Broth and Recovery Meals, Healing from the Inside Out. By now, your legs are getting the minerals, anti-inflammatory support, and stable energy they need. But there's still one more piece of the puzzle: deep recovery. You see, nutrition isn't just about preventing pain or weakness, it's about rebuilding. And rebuilding happens inside the cells, where muscle fibers tear and repair, where joints regain their fluidity, and where connective tissues are strengthened. To do this, your body needs collagen, gelatin, and specific amino acids, especially glycine and proline. These aren't found in large amounts in most modern diets, but they are found in abundance in bone broth. Bone broth is not just soup, it's a warm, concentrated source of joint and muscle repair. A 2021 clinical trial from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Metabolism found that adults over 60 who drank bone broth daily for 1 week experienced a 36% improvement in lower body strength, less knee stiffness, and faster recovery after walking or climbing stairs. Why? Because bone broth delivers nutrients in a pre-digested form. The collagen is already broken down. The amino acids are ready to absorb. And when you drink it warm, especially after light movement, like a morning walk, your body acts like a sponge, pulling the nutrients straight into recovery mode. Many seniors who add 1 cup of warm bone broth to their daily routine report fewer cramps at night, not to worry, better mobility by afternoon, and even improved sleep quality. Here's how to make it effective. Use homemade or quality store-bought broth. Look for labels that say grass-fed or pasture-raised bones, and avoid those with added salt or preservatives. Simmer with a splash of apple cider vinegar. It helps extract more minerals like calcium and magnesium from the bones. Add healing herbs like garlic, ginger, turmeric, and bay leaves. Simmer at least 12 hours for maximum benefit, or use a slow cooker overnight. Drink warm, ideally post-activity, when your muscles are most ready to absorb nutrients. Bone broth isn't just nourishment, it's a signal to your body: we're in healing mode now, and it pairs beautifully with the foods from previous sections. Enjoy it after a lentil lunch. Combine it with cooked spinach and quinoa for dinner. Sip it slowly after your evening stretch or a walk with your dog. But don't stop here, because there's one more food that delivers fast, powerful oxygen to your legs. And it's not soup. It's a vibrant root vegetable that's already in your grocery store, and professional athletes use it for the same reason seniors should: circulation. In our next section, we'll explore the surprising power of beets and how they can improve walking speed, stamina, and leg performance in just a few hours. Part 7, Beets, the circulation superfood that boosts leg strength in hours. In the last section, we talked about bone broth as a powerful agent of internal healing, rebuilding joints, soothing tissues, and repairing muscles. Now, Imagine if you could supercharge that recovery by sending more blood, more oxygen, and more nutrients directly to your leg muscles. That's exactly what beets can do. Beets, whether roasted, juiced, or steamed, are rich in natural nitrates. When consumed, these nitrates convert into nitric oxide, a molecule that widens blood vessels, enhances circulation, and improves oxygen delivery, especially to the legs, where blood flow tends to decline with age. And the effect isn't slow, it's fast. A clinical trial in the Journal of Gerontology showed that seniors who drank 1 cup of beet juice daily experienced a 19% improvement in walking speed and lower body muscle performance within just 3 hours of consumption. Another study published in Hypertension found that beetroot juice not only improved blood pressure and arterial flexibility in people over 60, but also increased treadmill walking time in elderly patients with mobility issues. Think of beets as a natural leg energizer. They don't just give energy, they unlock access to the energy already inside your muscles. And here's something amazing: beets don't work just once. Their benefits accumulate over time. Daily consumption has been linked to better endurance while walking or climbing stairs, reduced feelings of heaviness in the legs, and even sharper mental alertness thanks to improved blood flow to the brain. So, how can you start using beets today? Morning option: drink 6 to 8 oz of pure beetroot juice on an empty stomach. Choose 100% unsweetened varieties, not blends or cocktails. If the taste is too strong, mix it with a splash of water and a squeeze of lemon. Meal option: roast fresh beets with olive oil and rosemary. Then add them to a quinoa bowl with cooked spinach and chickpeas. This combo supports circulation, muscle repair, and stable blood sugar. Smoothie option: blend cooked beets with tart cherry juice, a banana, and a few soaked pumpkin seeds. This creates a circulation-boosting recovery shake, perfect after a light walk or stretch. But beets aren't just for your legs. They help your heart, your brain, and even your mood. Improved blood flow has been linked to reduced depression and anxiety in older adults, and sometimes feeling stronger physically is exactly what the spirit needs to feel hopeful again. Now that your muscles are activated, your blood is flowing, and your joints are supported, it's time to put it all together. In the final section, we'll summarize everything you've learned and guide you through a gentle daily routine that keeps your legs strong, your steps steady, and your independence intact. Seniors, strong legs, steady life. Your next step starts today. Let's pause for a moment. You've just learned how simple foods, beets, spinach, lentils, bone broth can quietly rebuild your strength, not just by filling your stomach, but by feeding your muscles, calming your joints, and reawakening the quiet power that's still inside you. Because weakness isn't just a condition, it's a signal, a call from your body that says, I still want to move. Just show me how. And now you know how. Whether it's a warm cup of bone broth after a walk, a sprinkle of soaked pumpkin seeds on your breakfast, or a glass of beet juice to greet the morning sun, these small choices can build momentum. And when you stack them one after the other, meal by meal, day by day, they don't just change your legs, they change your life. So here's my invitation. Don't try everything at once. Just start with one. Let your body feel the difference, then come back and try another. And tomorrow morning, when you stand up, listen closely. That steady feeling in your legs, that's you, coming back to life. I'd love to hear from you. Which food or habit will you try first? Drop a comment below. And if this video brought you comfort or clarity, please subscribe so you never miss another chance to feel stronger, steadier, and more you. Thank you for spending this time with me. You deserve to walk strong, with confidence, and it all begins with what you choose today.